fish. Not far off me bait. Hiya, welcome to another episode of Reality Carp Fishing TV. And after our last trip to the mill in Essex, where we had a fantastic weekend, everyone caught fish, we're back down the club lake for a 48-hour session. Now we've just got here and had a good look round, but I've got something in my brain telling me that I've got to be down the road bank end. Reason being, I've been looking at the weather forecast and it's showing that the winds are going to change and blow southeasterly down to this area here. So this is where we set up.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Reality Carp Fishing TV. We had a great weekend last weekend at the mill. Paul and I and a few of our friends had a couple of fish. More of a lockdown release than anything. Get back on the bank, try and get a bend in the rod. And a good time was had. Now we're back on our club lake again. Weather conditions looked bang on for this weekend. Low pressure, southerly winds. We just took the chance hoping it wouldn't be too busy. I've come down a little bit later than Paul today. Paul's plotted up near the road bank. Like I say, we've got the conditions that are going to be in our favour. Potentially the fish are going to follow that wind and get down this end. And we could have a few. It has been fishing hard, so you're always taking a chance when it comes to fishing, you never know. So we'll see what happens over the next 48.
So, approach, what am I going to do? Well, usually I'm going to use the Eclipse Baits and I'm going to use the Iconic because I've had a lot of success in here with that. And I'm going to go in with one on a pop-up on a Ronnie rig and the other one on a bottom bait tipped with an Icorn. A little bit of spot over the top and see how we get on.
Pops.
Oh, yes. We're happy with that.
There she is. Ready for weighing. Some pictures.
There we go, 17 pound, not the biggest in the lake. This is the result. I'm just throwing some loose samples over the top with the throwing stick. Some Iconic from Eclipse Baits. Off she tore. Pleased. So the lake we're fishing is a big lake. It's over 20 acres. It's very deep in places, up to 30 foot. So what we did when we got here, we put the deeper out there to have a little look around, see if we could find any undulations in the bottom, but it's flat smooth. We knew that anyway, we fished here a long time, but we just wanted to get deeper out there to see what depth we'd be fishing in. And it's 26 foot, so it's a very deep lake. But the fish do get down there. They do feed in the deeper areas. They also like the margins. So what we're going to do is put one rod closer in, probably about 5, 6, 7, 8 wraps. Because what happens in this lake, you've got the marginal shelf and then it drops, and then you've got another shelf and then it drops again. It's nice to get it on that second drop off where there's a little bit of weed on the bottom.
So it's a bit of a quiet night But you know what, sometimes when you wake up to mornings like this, that's not so much of a problem. The sun rises, and the picturesque moments that you get with that mist coming off the water, the sun creeping over the trees, and you just sit here watching the lake, anticipating a bite, watching the movement of the fish and the birds. Sometimes it makes it just as worthwhile. So the bizarre thing is, you'll think Paul and I are not even fishing together. We actually are, but this is our social distancing vlogs for reality carp fishing, and we're still trying to maintain a distance. We can share data so that we can still provide videos for you guys to enjoy. It's quite interesting, actually.
Well, not being near to me.
Well, sometimes it just refocuses your mind on your fishing, you know. It's been very slow for me on the first night and the first 24 hours, so let's see what the next set brings.
Well, as the night moved in, the fish rolled in with it, and this one's a little bit bigger than the last one at £22.14. This one was on a little Ronnie rig, an iconic white pop-up, over a handful of boilies and a bit of spot mix. She's ready to go. It's a nice scaly one. £22.14. Beat me up. Look at that. Lovely fish. Look at me.
Well done, mate.
£25 2 ounce this one. They're getting bigger. Literally minutes after the last one. I haven't even had a chance to put the other rod out yet. It's on the same spot, over the same bait.
Actually plays up a little bit.
But this one was on a bottom bait, tipped with an icon. An iconic bottom bait.
Really nice fish, mate.
Fish juggling.
So, time to release fish number 2.
Number 3.
Oh, sorry, number 3.
2 tonight.
2 tonight, 1 this morning, isn't it?
Back. Let me get my breath back.
Yeah, mate. Look at me. Does that mean you're tired?
Yeah, a little bit.
Just as I zoom in.
Right, let's get this one back.
You need to get your rods back out as well, mate. There she is. Taking every bit of care to leave her in the sleep. There she goes.
Proper. Thing is, I think the bright light disintoriates them still.
It does a what's the word, does it?
Disintoriates them. I don't even know if that's a word, but yeah.
Disorientate.
That's the one.
Yeah, don't worry, you can put your teeth back in afterwards,
Yeah,
mate.
put my tooth back in, have a cup of tea.
Yeah, she's gone. Well done, mate.
Thank you very much. Your turn now.
It was my turn 2 fish ago, wasn't it? No, good skills, mate. Good angling. About time we've had a few. Bit of a session like this.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Well done, mate.
Well, that was a bit of a successful night, wasn't it? You join me now, and I've had about 2 hours sleep, but I'm happy. 2 fish overnight, at 22 and a 25. I'm over the moon, to be fair, along with the 17 we had yesterday afternoon. I'm chuffed to bits, I really am. You know, these sort of sessions make up for all the crap ones, you know, and it's made up for lost time, for all that time I couldn't go fishing. So I'm really, really happy.
If you can do it, I think you should just pan up from there and just go and say, I'm a style guru. Does it show it?
What the burp?
Is it recorded that?
Yeah.
Every fisherman's dream, Crocs with socks. It's what you get first thing on a Sunday morning when you get out of bed. It felt a bit cold, so tuck your socks in your trousers, stop your trousers riding up your legs and making you an uncomfortable night's sleep. So, talking about an uncomfortable night's sleep, I was gilly for the night. Paul's gilly. Paul had a couple of really cracking fish at silly o'clock in the morning. I think his first one was around midnight, and then very shortly after, 1 o'clock, something like that. He had another up at mid-20, should I say. Trio of fish for him this weekend. Absolutely nothing for me. Zero. Couple of liners max, and I feel like I've fished hard this week. I feel like I've worked, but there's no reward for it. And I'm not a million miles from Paul. I'm not doing too much different from Paul. I've tried to fish for a bite at a time. Not really gone mad on bait. I've found my spots using the deeper. There's a couple of little marginal shelves where it goes to about 26 foot off the end of that into the main bowl. And where you come up onto them shelves, there's a little bit of almost like eelgrass weed, really small layer of weed. And I've just fished both rods on 2 separate sets of drop-offs, knowing that the fish patrol these routes and pick up fish, pick up baits and whatnot, not necessarily fishing all the way out in the middle. It hasn't proved fruitful, and it surprised me a little bit, to be fair. But then again, that's fishing. We all came down here and we all went fishing, should I say, and caught fish every time. It'd be called catching, wouldn't it? But to get out after lockdown, get back on the club lake, proper sessions fishing, even though I haven't caught, I'm still really pleased with my mate. He's probably suffered more than I have. I've been able to get out over winter, have a few fish here and there and whatnot. Paul hasn't fished since the British Carp Cup's Boston, other than the mill last week. So yeah, I still take a lot of reward from that Paul's done really well. There's a couple of hours left for me. I still may well nick one, and I'll keep my eye on the water and see what happens.